Howdy guys. Time to have another look at Bitcoin here. I think we just had a nice dump overnight. Well, it was night for me, but basically what I'm seeing with Bitcoin is I still think we're in this larger consolidation triangle. Um, we hit the 61.8 overnight, so we bounced. So if we mark it from here, I'll just drag this across. We mark from the top of here to the bottom of here. We perfectly hit that 61.8. We wicked these lows, closed green above. So that's pretty much usually generally a long trigger for me for Bitcoin. But in this case, I'm not really long Bitcoin because I feel it's opportunity cost, and I'm long alts instead, more specifically DeFi alts. Um, but I do think Bitcoin is going to now start heading up to this upper range again. I'm just drawn this for me. Like this can change. Like this isn't a concrete sort of trend line. I just draw it just so you guys can just understand what kind of structure I'm looking for. It might end up looking like this, or an ascending triangle, like whatever. Like that, I've just got it drawn just for the sake of you guys being able to visualize the structure. But I think this is going to start heading up. Probably of not in this next D wave up. I don't think it's going to break above the top of this B, because then it won't be contracting. But I think basically over the next few days we're going to grind up again. While this happens, I think alts are going to absolutely pump. My reasoning for not being long Bitcoin here is obviously if Bitcoin starts heading up within this triangle, I think it's only going to be like a from current levels like a 10% move or something like that. Whereas I think alts are going to do specifically DeFi alts are going to do a lot more in terms of percent for the next week or so. So basically my roadmap for Bitcoin is we sort of slowly grind up to here, then we have another pullback, and then it looks to break out. Once it actually breaks out from this structure, I will probably look to long Bitcoin, but I don't think I think this consolidation structure to me is probably only halfway done. So I'm not too focused on Bitcoin for the moment, although I am tracking it simply so I know when to long alts and when to get out. So I probably will plan on taking profit on some of my alts when I think this D wave is done, and then I'll probably look to hop back in once this E wave is done. That's basically how I play a triangle, because I think they're also going to perform better as Bitcoin slowly grinds up, and then when Bitcoin comes down here, they'll get more wrecked again. It's just the way it is. They pump harder, they dump harder. But all in all, I think alts are going to do really well while Bitcoin trades sideways. Um, so I mentioned DeFi alts. Obviously, you guys know I like to talk about ARV a lot, so I'm going to pop up ARV first because this is my baby. I'll just chuck it on one screen for the moment. So basically, we got a big fuck you pattern in ARV the last few days, where this is a reaccumulation to me, but it's what I like to call in Elliott wave an expanded flat. So this is the A wave, this is the B wave. It goes above the start of the A wave to trap all the breakout longers, and then it comes and dips below the end of the A wave to stop out everyone. So basically, traders both ways have been fucked. You know, people who bought the breakout got fucking wrecked, and then people who shorted the breakdown just got wrecked. And I think that now this is the ultimate fuck you pattern. Everyone's fucking chopped out of this now, myself included. I had a scalp that I had going yesterday, which got stopped out. Although I've still got a pretty heavy bag of spots, so I'm not too worried. But I think this next leg up is probably going to take us between $250 and $300. That's like my target. That's where I probably start scaling out. But for now, I'm super bullish on ARV. I think this is reaccumulation. It's going to break out now. Looking at it on the 4 hour, it's just, this was actually, this was the same pattern. This was an A, B, C. B went above A and C went below A. So yeah, this was the exact same pattern. Breakout longs got fucked, and so did breakdown shorts. Everyone got fucking chopped out of that as well. So, but either way, I still think this is reaccumulation. It's going higher. Looking at the Bitcoin pair and the F pair, I think it's still in a monster uptrend on all pairs. Looking down here at ARV BTC, I think it's reaccumulation above these prior highs for ARV BTC. It's just bullish. Like, it's a very bullish chart. So something I'm very, very comfortable staying long on. I'll try and make this somewhat quick. So I'll just quickly run you guys through like what I'm seeing. Sushi's another one. There's a fucking monster bullish chart. I think we're in an extended wave 3. So I think actually this is wrong. This will probably end up being like this. So I think this is the first leg up. This is the second extended leg up. So we've got another 5 waves within this larger circled 3. So it'll probably end up being something like this. Sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be the wave 3. Then we'll pull back again, and then another. So yeah, I think the structure for sushi is still very much bullish. This price action over the last couple of days was a very clear ABC. ABC. I dare say it would have easily have touched the 38 fib, which is kind of the golden retracement for a wave 4. I think it's, yeah, we've definitely touched that. Oh, yeah, there we go. We retrace perfectly from the 0.38, which is usually where you look to long the start of a wave 5. You measure your fibs from the bottom of wave 2 to the top of wave 3, and the 0.38 is typically a really good spot, which is basically exactly where we reverse from. Maybe a touch. It got front run by a tiny little bit, but whatever. Zooming in, we can see this ABC consists of sort of an A, a B, and then 5 waves down for C. So A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C. So yeah, all subwaves are accounted for, and I think we continue the moon mission now to on sushi. Same deal with uni. Looks very bullish. In my opinion, I wasn't quite sure if this was sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we just finished wave 5, and then it's going to have a larger ABC. But just looking at the price action over the last couple of days, I think it definitely looks like it still wants to go for another high. So I dare say it's probably extending. So I think it'll probably end up being something like this, like 1, 2. And then this is extending, so this will be a wave 3, 4, and then this 5 waves consists of this wave 3 consists of 5 waves on as well. So that's kind of what I'm seeing on uni. Yeah, so it'll look like that. Uni BTC down the bottom, also very bullish. We had this nice impulsive rise. Downtrend's broken, so I think with Uni BTC, we're just about to put in a 5th wave of potentially a C. Which would look like this. This is Uni BTC, so it could be an ABC, and then that would kind of mean that, like, once this 5th wave is complete, we go down to make new lows. I'm not 100% sure yet, but at least over the next week or two, I'm still very bullish on Uni against Bitcoin and in the USD value as well. So yeah, so I longed Uni this morning, but yeah, I'm bullish on that. All right, so we've done sushi, uni, of SNX. Yeah, SNX is another one. SNX is a nice clear one. Obviously, this is a monster uptrend. I think this is another reaccumulation. It hasn't made any kind of lower lows on any kind of higher time frame. And this structure here is, to me, is very. I've already got this marked up, so I'll fuck that off. Yeah, it's an ABC. This support held, ABC structure. It's already on the way back up. I think you could say we're about to do 5 waves up on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're very close to doing 5 waves up from these C lows, which is confirmation of a low. Then maybe it kind of does an ABC pullback and gives everyone like one last chance to get back in or something like that. So it might do like that, bang bang ABC into the Asia session, and then pop higher. But ultimately, I think even looking down here at it, SNX BTC, it's breaking out. I think this is reaccumulation. This is also in a monster uptrend. To me, it's just the DeFi projects which are looking good. Like, I'm mega bullish on those. They're just by far hands down the clearest structure. Like, that's basically all I'm really focusing on at the moment. Just these DeFi blue chips. I mean, some smaller cap stuff, but I mean, like, these are the safe bets, in my opinion, these sort of high to large cap DeFi projects, and like, they're just outperforming everything. Like, I just can't imagine wasting my time looking at anything else right now until like they start pumping. Like, even like all the best gainers, like, besides some random ones, over the last couple of days have been, or even the last couple of weeks, have just been DeFi projects. So that's kind of where I'm focusing all my attention on at the moment. Even DeFi perp here, like, I've just got this zoomed in so we can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 up on 15-minute lower time frames. But even on like the higher time frames, look at this fucking uptrend. Like, it's a monster uptrend. It's clearly the strongest altcoin index on FTX. This is a nice gauge, a nice barometer to just see the sector as a whole, and this is the most bullish alt index on FTX for sure. And I like looking at these indexes, even if you can specifically trade them, but even if you don't, they're pretty good to follow and track, just as a to use as a gauge of strength of the sort of sector you're playing or whatever. So Yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking. What have we done? Sushi, Uni, SNX, DeFi, Perp, even Link. Like I like Link. I think Link is like the backbone of fucking DeFi. It powers everything. Um, Link USD bouncing old highs here, broke to a new all-time high. This is like a pretty clean SR flip. Um, nice candle forming on a daily candle. But even if we zoom in on the lower time frames, there's two ways you can count this. Either this is like an expanded flat where this is the A, this is the B, this is the C, or this can just be just an ABC here. But either way, looking on the lower time frames, we can see a nice clean 5-wave rise as well. So I think the lows in for Link, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this could potentially make an ABC back, you know, during the Asia session today, and that would be a fucking screaming buy in my opinion. But I'm already long Link. Link BTC looks fucking hectic as well. Like, look at this thing on the daily and the weekly. I just popped the weekly chart up. I'll just remove this. Like, look at this. Either this could be a monster ABC down. I'm not entirely sure, but we just had a huge fucking weekly engulfing. I think this is just a bit of an inside bar. I dare say by the time this weekly closes in 4 days, this will probably be green. But even the less pessimistic, the more pessimistic count, where we assume that this move up is corrective, even we would expect that to be taking us to the 0.5 or 0.6 fib, which in Bitcoin value is still like, you know, 95. It'd be like 80 to 95% higher. So I can only assume Link USD is going to fucking moon. But either way, this all happens because Bitcoin's in that triangle, like I explained at the start of the video. Whatever I think might happen now, it all depends on how Bitcoin plays out. So regardless of how bullish I am on alts, I do think as Bitcoin starts to break out of this triangle, which who knows how long this is going to take. I personally think it's still going to take like another like four days or something like that. You know, from I'm not too good at forecasting that. I mean, or like if this drags out the way I think it is, it could be like 9-10 days or something like so. As long as Bitcoin stays range bound and is contracting, I think alts are going to move. All the alt BTC charts are also showing us that. So yeah, I'm super bullish on alts right now. I'm only tracking Bitcoin as a gauge to know how long alts I should be. But I'm not actually long Bitcoin at the moment just because I think there's too much opportunity cost lost being long Bitcoin when I think all these alts are going to do monster moves. So I like Link. Yeah, I've basically covered all the sort of... I'm only really playing like the high cap stuff at the moment. I've got, obviously you guys have seen me post a lot about Cream, which I'm bullish on. It's probably one of the few exceptions, but I'm not really playing too many low caps right now. I still think we're in high cap season, so I may move further on down the risk chain later on. As once these high caps have already started mega pumping and people are looking to take profits and roll those profits into other stuff which hasn't pumped, which will most likely be the lower cap stuff. I dare say the high caps are still only on the verge of doing mega pumps now. So yeah, that's basically what I'm focusing on for the you know, the next couple of weeks anyway. So obviously, you know, that might be subject to change pending further price action, but for the moment and right here, right now, these are my thoughts on these projects I've talked about today. Sweet as. Cheers, guys. Take it easy. Bye.